Chapter 19. The 10,000-Mile Journey to Recover Sovereignty. The Turning Tide, Beyond the Termination Era. For decades, the United States practiced a systematic effort known as the termination policy. It was a dark era defined by forced assimilation and the aggressive stripping of tribal sovereignty. Many tribes saw their legal status vanish overnight, leaving their lands and people vulnerable to external forces. However, the mid-1970s marked a pivotal shift. Even before the policy was officially abolished, a new era was born through a landmark change in the halls of Congress, one that favored the voices of native nations over federal control. Legislating self-determination. The true transformation began in 1975 with the enactment of the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act. This law was more than a mere administrative update. It was a profound signal that the era of termination was coming to an end. By returning the control of essential programs and services to the tribes themselves, the act recognized a fundamental truth. Tribal nations are the ones best suited to govern their own affairs. This legislation laid the groundwork for a future where indigenous people could lead their communities with autonomy and dignity. A defining executive shift. In 1983, the executive landscape changed forever when President Ronald Reagan issued a special statement on Indian policy. In a definitive moment, he directly refuted the termination policy, characterizing it as a historic failure. By formally recognizing a government-to-government relationship between the United States and tribal nations, he solidified the era of self-determination. This shift ensured that tribes were no longer seen as mere wards of the state, but as sovereign political entities with the right to negotiate as equals. The agonizing path to recognition. Despite these historic victories, the road back has been neither easy nor equal for everyone. When the movement for self-determination began, many tribes that had lost their legal standing during the termination years set out to recover their stolen sovereignty. For some, federal recognition came relatively quickly. For others, it has been an agonizingly long and exhausting journey. Today, many tribes remain locked in fierce legal battles. These nations are forced to spend enormous sums of money and dedicate decades of effort to prove their historical continuity in court. They are fighting to reclaim the rights that were stripped away in the mid-20th century, struggling to restore their self-determination to its original, rightful state. A testament to resilience. Despite these ongoing challenges, the progress is undeniable. According to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, as of January 30, 2026, there are now 575 tribal nations whose sovereignty is officially recognized by the federal government. Each of these 575 nations represents a profound victory of resilience over erasure. While the scars of the termination era remain, the movement toward full self-determination ensures that the voices of native nations will never be silenced again. This 10,000-mile journey is more than a legal process. It is a powerful testament to the enduring spirit of a people who refuse to be forgotten and who continue to fight for their place in history.